Hi, welcome to the market alert for the 19th of April 2023. So news for yesterday: hawkish Fed speak and mixed data sees Treasury flatten, but stocks a little unchanged. And then we've got US stocks finish flat after mixed data and earning results. So let's have a look how this played out in the markets. We'll kick off and have a look at the Dow. So in the Dow, we have a red bar for yesterday. This means that the market closed below the 5-bar moving average in the daily charts, and also a little bit of weakness overnight. Different picture during the day though, bit of volatility here. We can see that the market moved up nicely to begin with in the morning session, trading up off the close. The grey line there is the close. Moving nicely until 12:30, when whatever hit the news there, the market came tumbling down and traded down to Monday's low. As soon as we hit Monday's low, we got a straight reversal off the low, and the market was brought back. We can see also overnight at the moment that the market is below the DP and the close, so struggling there a bit at the moment. So the red line, of course, if we just go back, is going to be this morning's CPI from the UK. This is forecast at 9.8%, previous at 10.4%. So that's what the red line is there. So the market sideways, very narrow range, seems to be a thing that's going on at the moment. This sort of selling may go away. It's starting to take effect in the markets. Let's have a look at the DAX, see where this traded yesterday. So in the DAX, also moving up to the resistance of the previous day, taking this out. So that taking the previous day's high out overnight, though, a bit of weakness there as well. In the 30-minute chart, again, you see the market coming off the close, the 50-bar moving average, a lot of volume there to kick off with, and the market moving up to the previous day's high, as I just said, trading just through this, then the market coming back, and then trading back up to the high, and then down on the overnight. You'll also see prices from this point down to here, also trading up to 89%. So when we came back down and found support at the 200 MA, with demand, you can see the market going back to the high, and then that's tying in with the 78.89 fib, and the market moving to the downside there. It was also overbought with divergence as well. So overnight, the market's traded down. It's actually just gone below the DP as well, and the 50 EMA, and is heading down towards this low. It's also just gone through the 89 on the downside as well. So this BRN is going to be important, and that's going to be at 15.850. In the 5-minute charts, let's just drag it across and have a look at yesterday. We can see we've got the 200 MA in here as well as the close. We had the futures not doing a lot, then we kicked off in the cash back, then we double tested, and then we moved to the upside. So as we got through the high mid-morning, the market was brought back and then sent back to the high with that 78.89, but more details in each bar. And then overnight, the market now moving lower. The 200 MA in the 5-minute chart will be the first area where the market should find some support if it does break this 15.850. In the S&P 500, similar picture. It was still above the 5-bar moving average at the close for the S&P, but overnight this is moving below it, and that's because we're just starting to see some futures weakness or pre-market in Europe. There's a bit of selling. Yesterday, though, the market moving up quite nicely, as it can be seen here off the close, going straight through Monday's high, up to the R2, then the selling came in and the market was brought all the way back down to the DP, where the market then bounced back to the 20-bar moving average, and then overnight is breaking out of this sideways move at the moment, which we can see there. So below the close, the DP and the 50 EMA at the moment. So the only average that's to the long side is the 200, which ties in with the low and the S1 there. In the FTSE 100, stuck in a sideways range, 89 still holding there, despite the fact the market's come through there a couple of times. If I just widen this out, and also trading through there at the moment, but not making any sort of significant move to the upside following this. Let's have a look in the 30 minutes, see what's going on. And there we can see that the market is fairly choppy. We're sideways here with a bit of a break to the downside, and then the market moving higher, stuck in a sideways range, trading up to Monday's high, and then overnight sideways. Slightly different pattern to every other stock market though, as can be seen here, certainly sideways and above the DP, and of course waiting for those CPI numbers out in half an hour or so. And in the currencies, GBP, JPY, sideways against higher, but it's got that ascending triangle sort of formation where the market tends to break to the upside. Maybe the UK CPI numbers will help this morning. 30-minute chart choppy for yesterday. Like I say, we're getting into a bit of a sideways move, aren't we? And you see the overnight there in Asia, the market has moved up a bit towards the high. From there down to there, you'll see that we're at 78% at the moment. Need to take out the 89 and the high, which will tie in with what we're seeing in this daily chart here. Get this high taken out. In the pound, sideways to higher, a bit of buying yesterday for this market, but sideways to lower overnight. That's because the US dollar is up slightly. We can remove these fibs at the moment because the market's not advancing to the upside. In the 30-minute chart, we moved up strongly yesterday through Monday's high, and then we came back, retested the high but failed to hold, and then stuck in a sideways range down to the DP. And in the US dollar, we can see overnight the market is sideways to higher, bouncing off the 5-bar moving average there. And in the metals, sideways still. 2 red bars there, the market sideways, bit of weakness overnight. We roll over off the May contract today. That closes out, so we should be able to see a resumption back to the upside after today for the metals. 30-minute charts sideways, and then we had a spike down on news, and then the market was brought back, as can be seen there. Still above the $25 level there, bouncing back above this, which is good to see. And Monday's close. However, just in the last half an hour, the market's been slammed to the downside back through the DP. Again, waiting for those UK numbers out shortly. Gold sideways as well, as can be seen there, staying above the 20-bar moving average despite being below and closing below the 5-bar at the moment. So a bit of a profit-taking consolidation phase there for gold. Yesterday it was moving up nicely, slammed down to Monday's close. The buying came in and soon brought the market back though. And then overnight prices sideways. But once again you can see that they've just slammed the price of gold below the DP level, using of course the paper market in order to do this. And finally, in the gold-silver ratio, you can see there that silver is still certainly weaker, or more volatile, I should say. More volatile moves compared to gold at the moment, hence the gold-silver ratio attempting to move back to the upside there. Okay, well, let's see what the CPI numbers are at 7 a.m, see what impact this has on the market. But like I say, we are going into that month of the year and 2 bank holidays for the UK. I think it could be 3, actually. I think there's obviously the May bank, the coronation. I think there's one at the end of the month as well. So May is notoriously quiet anyway, as regards the old saying of sell in May and go away. But that doesn't always work out to be the case, so who knows. Anyway, that will do it for this one. Let's see what happens. And as ever, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.